Welcome back to live action. Yeah, Sawyer Lindblad, only 16. We talked about Caity Simmers and having such an incredible future at such a young age. Well, I think we can definitely add Sawyer to that sort of category. She's been really impressive. She did great last year when she was obviously 15, so she's getting more experience. And talk of a world title, I like that from such a young athlete. If you've ever seen it, you know, both sort of physically and mentally, I think women, you know, 15-year-old and 16-year-old, 17-year-old girls just a bit more mature. So that's a factor. As we see this replay, while the break, Macy, really strong one-turn combo.
Mentioned Caroline Marks just before. It's definitely the feel to that arm position, really similar from Sawyer Lindblad. I'm sure Caroline would be an influence, certainly. Macy, we know all about her polished style.
And Sawyer here, what did you like and what didn't you like about this wave, Paul? Anything stand out for you?
It's a little lateral, isn't it? In terms of what our judges are going to score well. This was a nice attack on the lip on that turn. And then it stood up really nicely here. That actually also helps you just be more relaxed and not think too much about your opponent, anything you did in the last heat, all that sort of stuff.
Okay, so Macy Callaghan live action. Bit of a foamy wave, but sometimes these foamy ones just clear up about now, and she's done that. That's two great turns, really smooth, and now she's hoping for a finish. You can see all that upright style you're talking about, just bounces through here. Looks like she's going to connect on the inside, a few more little pumps, and so calm and never looks rattled on a wave. And there's a nice little sort of carve and slash. She can't finish it off, but did some work out the back. So the best wave we've seen of the heat. Like the style, like the fact that she threw a bit of aggression to that wave.
It's Macy's wave, a hard paddle in. By the time she stands up, because it's quite late, that gives her a load of speed from the takeoff. She goes straight into a bottom turn in the opening section. There's a nice, powerful turn. This was a really good hit from her. And then if you go up and down, it means you don't cover loads of ground laterally, so she gets a bit stuck behind that section as it runs away a touch, and then she comes around onto the face. It's soft, and in here you're just thinking about getting a finish, and she makes room for herself here. Nice little release of the fins. Doesn't get a take on the lip, but a good number comes in for her.
Yeah, 6.5. So, you know, I think the judges, they like these two-turn combo. There was no kind of no kind of break in it, and then she got the finish. So 6.5, and actually we've got her partner, her boyfriend Sheldon Simkus. I think he's down there watching, maybe getting his little take on things. Would be interesting, because no one knows Macy surfing more than him, and he'll be interesting to have a chat to. You see the replay. Here goes Sawyer. She's looking for an opportunity. She's going to pull the trigger. Here we go. California prodigy comes around the first section. Again, a little bit lateral, just not getting those steep sections. Hopes to line up. That's a bit more like it, a bit more spray. She does generally out of spray. A bit of a steeper section there. Had to wait a long time for it. And because she waited so long for it, she had to jam it. She goes down and hear the groans of the crowd.
You need to get something around about that to get back into it. So opens up swinging, see a bit of a wobble coming through. I like the way she held the bottom turn for a long time, waiting for it to stand up, but just maybe a couple of pumps too many.
Sawyer's just on the start of it, and she'll come back if she even can't get through this, but she's not done. She's still having another crack, so she's gone deep. Oh, sorry, Macy also on the inside. This is using a priority. I'm not sure that's a particularly good decision. We talk about experience and making good decisions. That was a poor one. And Macy is now back out there, potentially, although Macy has just opened the door. And Sawyer here is going to try and shut it. Oh, and a late takeoff. So just as we were saying, not a good wave choice. Callaghan pounced immediately. This could have been the wave Sawyer could have got if she just stayed patient. Instead, she's given it to her opponent. I don't think she's going to waste this chance. There's two big turns out the back, and now she's just staying calm. This is a bit more like it from Mace. She just waits for the inside. If she gets another section, she's going to make Sawyer's job really, really difficult. A wasted priority from Sawyer, and Macy pounced. Not massive score, but just trying to improve on a 3.33.
Yeah, Macy trying to improve on a 3.33. The thing about Ribeira is you don't really get a chance to surf to the score, particularly. You kind of just got to surf the sections on offer. Macy sees this steep out the back. There's not really a lot else she can kind of do here, so she's just using the rail, clean carving and snapping. You can't really try and force a score, particularly on waves like this. You kind of got to go with the flow. And a surfer that does have that sort of skill set and that general vibe about surfing, particularly the flow, is Macy Callaghan. And that's what she does there. Let's see if she improves. I reckon she's got a decent chance. It was just the one turn, wasn't it, for the 3.33. She's got a couple of them here in combo. A good chance for making things slightly more difficult for the young American.
Yeah, the big open face carves on a clean face. The judges have been enjoying that. And here goes Sawyer. She doesn't know what she needs. That might be a good thing. Paul talking about not surfing to the score. He's got to surf the wave. First wave, a little bit turn, a little bit sort of flat, and then she comes around the corner here. She has to go big. That's a better turn from Lindblad. And now she's going to need something pretty big. She needs an 8.34. She doesn't know that right now. She needs a massive score. And this wave so far isn't going to provide it. And that's going to be her last throw up the dice. That's not going to be an 8. You can tell by the body language. Probably showed glimpses of what she can do, Paul, but just never had enough juice on it.
She's been a little bit unlucky, I think, with the wobble, particularly when she's on her bottom turn. That was a nice clip off the top, but it was a clip rather than a real genuine assault on the lip. And you see the wobble going through here. And what that means is, it just means she has to just adjust and keep a slightly more neutral line as she lines up the bottom turn, and then by the time she comes off the bottom line. But Macy Callaghan, really, you've got to say, impressive. She's stayed patient, kept a really cool head, and just surfed the opportunities that came to it. It sounds easy when you say it like that, but there's not much more you can do than just take the waves when they come. And Macy's looked really smooth and good value for a semis finish or better here in Portugal.
Yeah, absolutely. And she'll know that she's actually got a few more gears left. You know, she won that heat pretty convincingly. You know, she surfed well. You're right, good wave choice. Any errors that were made by Sawyer, she capitalised on.